Have you ever thought about what might happen when you're home alone, peacefully asleep, or just relaxing on your sofa, and something strange occurs? Or perhaps moving to a new place becomes a terrible nightmare as odd things start to unfold. Some people encounter these situations and find it hard to understand, leaving them terrified and struggling to make sense of what unfolds, much like in many of these videos. Here are some of the scariest moments ever captured on camera. Imagine coming home tired, looking forward to some rest, but instead, your sleep turns into a nightmare unlike anything you've ever faced. This guy who's been having weird stuff happening in his house decides to put a camera in his room. While he's sleeping, something really odd happens. Take a look. He suddenly gets pulled up from his bed by his feet, as if something invisible is lifting him. Freaking out, he scrambles to the far end of the bed, trying to figure out what's going on. Then, the video just ends. Since there's no explanation or backstory, it's tough to say what really happened. But this isn't the only strange event occurring when someone is alone at home. Consider this woman who lives by herself with her cats. Sometimes, her cats behave in ways that make her wonder if they were humans in a past life. It feels like she's living with children. Loving her cats deeply, she decides to buy a camera to see what they're up to when she's not around. The camera has an auto-tracking feature, meaning it follows movement, keeping an eye on the cat's activities. However, getting the camera might have been a mistake. Since installing it, it's been recording things that frighten her. Here are some of the bizarre events captured while she's away. From mysterious sounds appearing out of thin air to invisible presences caught on camera, the woman is thoroughly frightened. It's not just when she's away that odd occurrences take place. Numerous times, inexplicable events have happened right in front of her while she's at home. For instance, there was a time when she was in the kitchen, and suddenly, an item on her shelf flew off as if thrown by an unseen hand. But the most unsettling moment came one day while she was sitting on the couch. The woman is sure there wasn't any draft, as she mentions her apartment is tightly sealed, blocking any outside air. This event, being a first-time occurrence, strikes her as extremely odd. Regrettably, it's experiences like these, among others, that have been distressing her deeply, leaving her at a loss on how to make them stop. These mysterious happenings are affecting her mental well-being. Among these, one particular incident stands out as especially odd and has driven her to seek assistance from others. Here's what was captured.
C'est quoi? Sors, viens. Attends. Viens. de connard. Viens. Laisse cette putain de porte tranquille maintenant. Non, mon pépine. Viens. C'est moi. C'est moi, regarde. C'est moi. Regarde. Viens. C'est moi. T'inquiète pas. C'est rien. Hein? Vas-y, éclate-toi, maman. Vas-y. Ferme cette putain de porte. Vas-y. Ça vient, moi, ça vient, viens. Ça vient, hey, c'est moi, n'aie pas peur. N'aie pas peur, c'est moi. Non. C'est rien, ma vie. Viens. Viens. Viens là. Viens. Viens, ma gueule. Allez. Viens.
Yet again, the door mysteriously moves by itself. Even the cat seems alarmed, jumping off the bed and dashing out the door, as if trying to escape something. This incident left the woman deeply disturbed. With no draft to blame, the question of how the door closed on its own remains unanswered. Like the other odd occurrences, she finds herself unable to explain what's happening. These strange and spooky events caught on camera add to the mystery of the paranormal, leaving us puzzled and full of questions. This curiosity led a man to start documenting the odd happenings in his home on YouTube. His channel features almost exclusively videos of the paranormal activities he's encountered. Needless to say, some of the footage is quite unsettling. In one video, he shows how a mirror in his home cracked under mysterious circumstances, suspecting a ghostly presence to be the cause. Among the bizarre content, one video stands out as particularly hair-raising. On October 3rd, 2022, he records something outside his window that caught his attention. What unfolds next has left him, and likely many viewers, quite unnerved. Take a look.
Is that water? God, this f***ing thing is... It's not... Well, I guess it is a window, too. God dang, that thing's filthy. Hello? Hello? Oh, Jesus.
The door swings open as if someone had just walked in. He searches the room but finds no one and nothing that could have caused it to open. While this was eerie, the next night proves to be even more unnerving. Anticipating a repeat of the event, he positions himself on his bed with his camera aimed at the door, recording at the same time it had opened the night before. Patiently waiting, this is what unfolds next.
Ouch. I got bad posture. Let me fix that. Am I hearing things? Fun. David. It's not funny, guys. Chills, dude. How the fuck bad? Oh, dude.
Thoroughly unnerved, the man opts to spend the night elsewhere. He shares the chilling experience with a friend and ends up staying at their house for the night. But during that same night, the security camera in his friend's bedroom records something utterly bizarre. A shadowy figure swiftly moves across the wall and then appears to dive beneath the bed. It's quick, but the shadow is visible on the wall before vanishing. The man explains that the flashing lights were triggered by a motion-sensitive device activated by movement in the room, indicating that the figure had set off the sensor. What really happened that night remains a mystery, turning it into a nightmarish experience for the two friends, similar to Brandon Costa's unsettling encounter. Woken by an unusual noise outside his room at night, Brandon grabs his phone to document the odd occurrence. The footage he captures deeply disturbs him. Having used a Ouija board a few days earlier, Brandon is convinced the phenomena he recorded is paranormal. This event has left him profoundly frightened. Here's the footage he captured.
¡Ay, cabrón! No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches.
Strangely, Brandon sees a face peeking at him before it vanishes. What's even more terrifying is that the bedroom door closes by itself. Considering Brandon's recent Ouija board session, viewers find the occurrence less surprising, but nonetheless horrifying. This chilling encounter mirrors the story of Danny Tumia. Unlike Brandon, Danny hasn't dabbled with a Ouija board, but resides with his family in an old apartment complex, previously a hotel, known for its ghostly tales shared by the management. Danny has witnessed his share of oddities in the building. On this day, as he followed his son to the elevator, aiming for their apartment, he captures something quite baffling.
What? Bro, right above you. What is that? On the wall. No, do you see that? What? Bro. What?
He saw something odd above his son, followed by two small handprints appearing out of nowhere. These handprints are thought to be from a child's ghost, similar to a ghost child seen in a live video by a Mexican news station. On September 19, 2017, a huge earthquake hit the center of Mexico, killing 369 people and destroying many buildings. This earthquake was so severe that it's still a painful memory for many. Among the tragic events, the collapse of a private school for young children and teenagers stood out. When locals heard students were trapped under the debris, they rushed to help. Heartbreakingly, search teams could hear children's screams from beneath the ruins. Not all were saved, a devastating reality for their families. Amidst this tragedy, numerous news crews were reporting from the site. However, one station captured something eerie. People watching the broadcast spotted it and started recording their screens. The footage, showing a strange figure near a large crack in a wall, has deeply unsettled viewers. Pay attention to the crack, or you might miss what was caught on camera.
Este túnel y en la parte de arriba lo están tratando de hacer desde el techo de este, digamos, como balcón. Hay socorristas tanto de la Cruz Roja como del Ejército Mexicano y del Plan Marina que están pues con los planos del edificio en mano y continúan la versión de que están muy cerca de lo que era el área de cocina y el área del comedor. Eso es lo que tenemos información.
In the gap of the wall, there's a faint figure that looks like a child staring out at the rescuers. It's creepy because the figure, which has a child's face, doesn't move at all during the broadcast, as if it's not alive. At first glance, the crack seems empty, but then suddenly, a child's face appears. This has led many to speculate that the figure might be the ghost of a child who died trapped under the rubble. The video is puzzling and leaves many wondering what was really captured on camera, similar to a peculiar incident recorded by Axel Loza. Axel, known for his musical talent on YouTube, posts various videos, from behind the scenes of music videos to clips of him playing music. But one video stands out for being strange and unrelated to music. It begins with Axel's brothers waking up at night and looking towards something. Axel says they heard weird noises from the closet and were staring at it when they suddenly saw something shocking. This is what they saw.
Aquí están mis hermanos. Y desde hace rato se quieren dormir, pero están viendo la misma cara que yo. Y es lo que me temía. La verdad es lo que me temía y no sé qué hacer. No se pueden dormir. Ni vean, aquí está, pero cuando yo trato de abrir, no hay nada. No hay absolutamente nada.
A spooky face appears behind the closet's window pane. However, when Axel goes to check by opening the closet door, he finds it empty, and the face vanishes as soon as the door is opened. The camera scans the entire closet, showing there's nowhere for anyone to hide. While some might think Axel could have edited the video to create this effect, a closer look at the footage reveals no obvious signs of editing, suggesting the possibility of a genuine paranormal event captured on camera. Now, imagine an eerie experience caught on video during a birthday celebration. Shared on TikTok in October 2021, this video has unnerved many viewers. It features a family celebrating their teenage daughter's birthday. But as the celebration unfolds, something odd and unexpected occurs.
Happy birthday to Chobis. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Her childhood nickname?
62.
Oh my god, she's making a wish.
There's a lot of millions in this car. What the heck? Who was that?
Who blew it out? It was ours because he said it was ours. Was it Carmen? That was weird.
It was a wind.
What wind? Because I forget that there's no wind. The rest of the door would have
What the heck
opened.
was that?
¿Qué miraron?
A ver, tu madre, ¿tú lo grabaste?
Pues yo no sé qué pasó.
Pues, ¿quién apagó la vela? ¿Quién apagó la vela?
What's the word?
No.
Carmen, it was ours. Was it you?
A ver,
No, she would have said if she blew
¿lo
it out.
grabaste?
No, it was out.
While some TikTok users think an unseen force might have extinguished the candles, others speculate it could have been an accidental puff of breath from the birthday girl while laughing. The mystery remains unsolved, but what comes next is even more baffling. David Rojas, a leading figure in Latin America known for his research into ghosts and the supernatural, posted a video that might just show real paranormal evidence. Upon hearing about strange occurrences in a Mexican graveyard, he and his team decided to check it out. Legend has it that the ghost of the Lady in White, a woman who faced terrible suffering during the Mexican Revolution, haunts this place, with numerous locals reporting sightings. As soon as David's team entered the graveyard, they started hearing odd noises. Driven by curiosity, they ventured further in, and the footage they captured is downright spooky. While David was walking through the graveyard, camera ready, another camera operated by a team member recorded a strange white figure close to him, which then appeared to vanish. Oblivious to the possibility that they might have filmed a ghost, the group set up a stationary camera in a different area of the cemetery, a spot known for frequent sightings of the Lady in White. The footage from this static camera captured something truly unusual. The camera captures a translucent, pale figure swiftly passing before fading away. The team, led by David Rojas, is stunned and believes it's proof of the haunting by the reported Lady in White, as locals have claimed. David, known for his expertise in paranormal studies, adds credibility to the ghostly encounter. Graveyards are often associated with such phenomena, and in another video from Iran, shared by Sarah, strange noises from a grave are highlighted. Strange sounds emerge from a mysterious hole, adding a chilling element to the scene. Let's listen. These noises raise questions about its origin. Could it be an animal, a homeless person, or something beyond our realm? Comments vary, with some suggesting paranormal activity is common in such places. In a similar vein, YouTuber Rusty Tucker explored the allegedly haunted Evergreen Cemetery in Judsonia, Arkansas. Legend tells of a mother's tragic death in the 1900s while searching for her lost child, whose spirit is said to still roam the cemetery. Rusty, intrigued by the tale, used a drone to explore the cemetery at night, capturing something spooky that adds a chilling layer to the haunting narrative. Suddenly, a figure resembling a woman appears out of nowhere, hiding in a corner as if trying to avoid being seen. It quickly leaves after possibly noticing the drone. Rusty Tucker suggests it might be the ghost of a young woman who lost her child, though it's uncertain, as it could have been a real person hiding there. Given the location's history as a cemetery, most viewers lean towards believing it could be an apparition. This video remains a mystery, much like another clip recorded in Latin America, where a group of friends decides to explore an old graveyard one sunny day. The girls can be seen messing around when the camera captures this.
Aviéntaselo a Sara. No. Hola. Este panteón como que casi no da miedo. Este está todo muy colorido. Sí, de hecho. Las tumbas son muy sencillas. ¿Qué fue? ¿Oigan? No, nada.
A translucent figure resembling a girl in white is captured on camera, standing motionless, while unnoticed by the person filming. When the camera pans back, the figure mysteriously vanishes. Both viewers and the uploader speculate it to be a ghost sighting. Similarly, Leo Lord sets up a camera in her daughter's bedroom and uncovers something unsettling. Having recently moved into a new home with her young daughter, Leo notices her daughter conversing with an imaginary friend. While common for children, there's an unsettling aura surrounding this particular friend, leaving Leo uneasy.
Hey, so we are just moving in. It's such a mess, I'm sorry, but we're moving into this old house, and my daughter has been talking to an imaginary friend, except for it feels really real. Obviously, it's an imaginary friend, but it's been weirding me out. And I'm wondering if something is triggering it or why it's happening. So I put this camera down and I'm just gonna let it run and we'll see.
Intrigued by her daughter's interactions in her bedroom, Leo sets up a camera to record continuously. Initially, nothing out of the ordinary is seen. However, one evening after dinner, Leo's daughter retreats to her room and engages with her supposed imaginary friend. What unfolds next is truly peculiar. This is what the camera captures.
Hey guys, this is what the camera picked up. captured, whatever, a couple nights ago. And I am freaked out. I really don't know what to make of this.
It looks beautiful and funny. What are you was doing? Do you want to play? Do you want to? Do you want to sleep? Come on, please.
Somehow, the door opens on its own. Seeming confused and scared, Leo's daughter carefully walks out of the room. Adding to the strangeness, if you listen closely to the video's audio, there's a distinct, deep rumbling noise, seemingly emanating from nowhere. It happens right as the door opens by itself. Leo is left pondering whether the mysterious noise accompanying the door's opening could be related to her daughter's imaginary friend. She can't shake the feeling that there's a connection between the two events. Unable to find a definitive explanation for the strange occurrence, Leo remains unsettled. A video becomes even more chilling when children are seen staring at something invisible, hinting at a presence that's not captured on camera. Jamie Primex Sullivan shares a similarly strange experience involving her daughter, who frequently stares at a corner of her room, seemingly fixated on something unseen. However, it's a particular incident that unnerves Jamie the most. While filming themselves at home after dinner, Jamie and her daughter Charlie vlog about their day. As they discuss family members, Charlie brings up Jamie's deceased grandmother, leading to a spine-chilling moment.
But where's your grandma?
Where is my grandma?
Heaven.
Do you remember my grandma? Where is my grandma? Where is she?
Up in heaven. What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker. She was just very old. She was almost 93, and her body just got very tired. She was too old.
Was she, did your grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
Jamie mentioned that her grandma used to call her Jamila when she was younger, and she never told her daughter about this nickname. Her daughter, Charlie, has been acting weirdly, like seeing things that aren't there, which really worried Jamie. Somehow, Charlie knew about the nickname her great-grandma, who passed away a long time ago, used to call her mom. Some people think Charlie might have been communicating with her great-grandma's spirit, but not everyone is sure what to believe. Regardless of what others think, Jamie is sure that her child was somehow contacted by someone or something. The uploader of this video shared a strange experience of feeling like someone was watching him. He mentioned that he had been hearing odd sounds, especially after it got dark. Just when he was about to go to sleep, something felt off. He talks about going upstairs to bed and suddenly feeling frightened. The uploader wasn't exactly sure what he caught on camera that night, but if you look closely, it almost seems like a creepy face is peeking out from the bottom left corner of another room. He was by himself, so whatever it was, it shouldn't have been there. Moving to a new place is usually exciting, right? But what if it turns into a nightmare, with paranormal events happening almost every day? Paseo, who had just moved in, didn't pay much attention to any spooky stuff for the first few weeks. Loud sounds and objects falling can usually be explained logically, can't they? However, when he began noticing the shadow of a small child from time to time, he started to think there was more to it. Since he doesn't have pets, the things he captured in his video are baffling to him. Our cameraman gets really scared by a weird moaning sound, but because of the noise from a fan and cars outside, it's hard to tell exactly where it's coming from. It looks like a pair of eyes, which is strange since he doesn't have pets, making it an odd sight if we take his word for it. There seems to be something else behind the sofa chair too, but it's hard to make out what it could be. Do you think it could be an actual haunting? Similarly, a couple also had weird experiences after moving in. They first got alerts about movement in their living room. After setting up many cameras around their house, they managed to capture this.
Wake up, come just open the door. Aren't you waking up? Baby, wake up, wake up! Baby. Wake up, wake up! What the?
Other than the couple, there was no one else at home, so who or what could have opened the door? And where did the mysterious shadow come from? They still don't know what happened that night, but what comes next is even more baffling. A scarier event happened at Peach Assassin's place, who lives in a house that seems to be quite haunted. She mentioned that something in their house pulled her hair, and she couldn't believe it until she saw it happen on the camera footage. Not long after that incident, she posted another video saying her roommate's dogs were acting very alert. When they checked the camera in their backyard, they saw something even stranger. What are we looking at here? This entity shows up, moves incredibly quickly, and leaves behind a weird mist-like trail. A lot of people think this is why there are paranormal activities in their house. An internet user named Heron shared a creepy video, and he mentioned, "My dad used to work as a night shift security guard in a building, and he often sent me these videos early in the morning. We had no clue what it was, but if you ask me, I'd say it looks like a woman." In the video, you can see a white shadowy figure that appears to be floating or standing in the hallway. People commenting on the video pointed out the odd way it sways, almost as if it's turning or looking around the room, mimicking human movements. The person who posted the video said that this wasn't the first time weird things had happened in that building, suggesting it might really be haunted by a female ghost. Hauntings can be so scary that some people, unable to tolerate the paranormal activity, end up moving out of their homes. The owner of this house was experiencing strange events during the night, like the doorbell ringing multiple times with no one there, though they sometimes thought they saw shadows moving through the corridors. In a video meant to showcase the house for sale, they may have caught something spooky on camera. Could this have been a ghost captured on video entering the room? The house was empty at the time, so it couldn't have been a regular person. Picture yourself just sitting on your sofa, chilling out, which is exactly what this man was doing when suddenly the door in the background opened by itself. He still has no explanation for what happened and is left with unanswered questions, similar to Lainey and Ben, who have been experiencing paranormal activities in their home. They've turned to the internet to share their experiences and seek answers for the odd occurrences. In their latest video, they think they've recorded a shadow person while they were watching a horror film. Shadow figures, also known as shadow people, are mysterious and hard to explain paranormal entities that people worldwide have reported seeing.
Grace.
Okay. The possession of Hannah Grace. And we keep thinking, well, I thought on 2 occasions I'd seen something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm
Over
fairly
here.
certain I've seen something.
So we're gonna prop this up on our trusty salt mill.
Take a look at the unusual shadow caught on camera. Do you think it could be a shadow person haunting them? Just like that, Days of Horror claims to have recorded a shadow figure at the notorious 30 East Drive house. Located in Pontefract, West Yorkshire, England, 30 East Drive is famously known as one of the most haunted houses in the UK.
And you see some shadows, but that is me putting my phone in my other arm. Right.
The house is commonly called the Black Monk House because it's linked to supposed paranormal happenings that include a menacing figure resembling a monk.
I just did something in the room, so I'll just go up my stairs. There's the horrible mirror. What the was that?
The house, constructed in the 1950s, has witnessed numerous paranormal events over the years, with the most notable incidents happening in the late 1960s.
Have I to really cope there? What?
Reports from the house detail objects moving by themselves, unexplained sounds, mysterious puddles of water appearing on the floor, and even physical assaults on family members.
God. Okay. I'm up to the top of the
Fans were often attributed to a malevolent spirit or entity known as the Black Monk.
And this is the living room. Now we do have a GoPro already recording in the corner, and it's trying to hopefully pick up the cat ball flashing. If you can get this cat ball, this little toy here, to start flashing, we'd appreciate it. Or likewise can get this, again, this green light to start flashing. We'd appreciate that if you can catch it on camera.
As the investigator walks through the house, pay attention to the back window. You can see a dark figure in the bottom left corner. What could account for this odd, vanishing shape? Could it be just a nosy person looking into the house? Or is it the Black Monk revealing himself to the investigator? Much like this, something made its presence known to a homeowner who was alone one afternoon. Suddenly, hearing weird sounds, they grabbed their phone to record, and this is what they captured. Adding to their already heightened fear from the previous event, the door behind them abruptly shuts with a loud slam. They search the house, but there seems to be no apparent explanation for the bizarre occurrences. While the occasional banging noise could be brushed off as a coincidence, the occurrence of multiple strange events throughout the house adds a layer of mystery and unease. What's your take on the situation? A user named Wrestling shared an odd experience in the paranormal section of Reddit. He lives in Malaysia and were out at night when he recorded this video. He mentioned that initially he noticed a strange shape across the street. In addition to hearing an odd weeping noise, he felt that what he were seeing was not natural. Is it possible that we're witnessing a ghost? Some commenters have suggested that the figure resembles a telekong, a type of prayer garment commonly worn by Indonesian and Malaysian women. Could this be the case? It's difficult to determine. This might actually be a ghost, or it could simply be a woman. This video was posted by a user named Pigzao. The caption of the video, translated from Spanish to English, reads, "Video shows alleged spirit running towards a forest fire in Pedra de Itaipava, RJ." And indeed, that appears to be precisely what is captured in the footage. Did you catch that? No worries if you didn't. It was so quick that you might miss it if you blink. Let's take a moment to slow it down. As the camera moves to the side, a mysterious figure suddenly pops into view. This figure dashes towards the fire, its arms appearing to flail. But what's your take on this? Could it be a lost soul connected to the fire, or might it be something else entirely? A Reddit user shared this video, mentioning that his Ring camera had triggered a motion alert. According to the user, it captured something walking across their driveway, which he believed to be impossible. Some people claim they can see ghostly figures walking in the footage. Do you think there's any truth to that? This video was posted by Follow Pete and Ash. They claim to have caught something quite unsettling on one of their trail cameras during the night. A pale entity appears from behind the tree on the right side of the screen. Numerous viewers have speculated that this could be a skinwalker. While various theories exist, the most straightforward explanation might be that this is a film project by Pete and Ash. If that's the case, it's both incredibly scary and impressively executed. Laura Heineken and her fiancé realized that their baby daughter's bedroom camera captured something quite frightening soon after they had put her to bed. It's clear that neither of them stayed in the baby's room, but the camera footage suggested otherwise. A pair of legs appears to walk by in the footage, leading the couple to suspect a ghostly presence. They were completely baffled about whose legs those could be. The young woman even discussed this eerie occurrence on her profile.
Never had crossed my mind until I read a comment that said check the attic, and then it hit me like, holy, we have an attic in our closet. So he goes up there and doesn't see anything really out of the ordinary. No signs of, I guess, a squatter really. But he did find an unopened can of food.
Could we have witnessed an actual paranormal event? Or is there another explanation? It might be wise to consider moving from this place as soon as possible. The uploader of this video states that a small shape entered through the entrance door, triggering an alert on his phone, and then was observed running through his bedroom. He initially believed the shape to be a child, but it would have been impossible for anyone to enter the house without opening a door, leading him to suspect that he captured something paranormal. An officer was on patrol in a section of an old airport, which was believed to be entirely deserted at that time. He wasn't the first to notice and report strange occurrences there, particularly in the washroom areas, which were known for unexplainable sounds. That night, he recorded these peculiar events.
En este pasillo hay un baño. En este pasillo hay un baño. Hay un baño de mujeres. En este pasillo hay un baño de mujeres. A esta hora hay un fantasma juguetón que juega con las llaves de lavamanos. Ahí está. Este es el baño. Ese es el baño. Y como ustedes se pueden dar cuenta, están las luces apagadas. Ay, qué miedo. No hay nadie. No hay nadie, no hay nadie, no hay un alma aquí abajo. No tiene por qué haberla. Y en este baño menos. Sin embargo, allí está el fantasma jugando con la llave del agua. Es obviamente una mujer, bueno, a menos que sea. Me voy a acercar poco a poco. Esto está oscuro, man. Se prenden las luces por mi presencia. ¿Sí ven? Se paró. Se quedó quieto. Dale pues. Sigue jugando. ¿Por qué te para? Mira. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
This spirit seems quite clever, even reacting to the security officer and proving him wrong. It's possible there's a reason for its presence. Some people think it wants to be noticed. Could this be true? Regardless of the reason, the whole situation is definitely spooky. This footage is from a cave exploration a bunch of friends did years ago. There are local tales about weird ghosts and visions inside, but initially, the group thought they found nothing. However, when they looked over the video later, they spotted a creepy figure. People say they see a lady in a dress in the video, maybe a ghost from the past. It's hard to tell for sure because the video is old and the quality isn't great. It's weird to think no one noticed it while they were there. Super spooky. Two guys were checking out old mine tunnels and found some weird things before. But this time, while filming, one of them caught something strange on camera without realizing it right then.
No squeezing yet.
There was a big shadow far off that the guys were sure wasn't from them, and no one else was there. After moving the camera away and back, the shadow was gone. The shadow looked weird, like it had a big head, maybe because it looked like someone was wearing a jacket with a big collar. They couldn't figure out what it was, and it remains a mystery to them. This video was made by someone who noticed something weird on their doorbell camera one Friday night while hanging out and playing video games with a friend. He got a motion alert, checked it on his computer, and was really freaked out by what he saw.
You see that, Mom?
Yeah, I see it.
What the?
Someone creepy was standing outside their house. They couldn't figure out what the person wanted or how they got there. The two men felt really uneasy, and the creepy figure vanished just seconds after they recorded it. They're not sure if it was just a prank or if there was something more mysterious happening. Two family members claim they drove past a house in their neighborhood and saw something creepy sitting on the roof, something that definitely shouldn't have been there. They checked again the next morning to see if the creepy thing was still on the roof, but it had mysteriously disappeared. They turned to paranormal Reddit for explanations, but most people were just as puzzled as they were. This video was supposedly recorded by a patrolling officer in the area. Unfortunately, the reason why he decided to take a closer look at this house is not known.
422. This place definitely gives out some creepy vibes. I keep seeing shadows walking by.
This might be a case of spooky editing, or we could actually be seeing a shadow person. A truck driver delivering goods saw a small black figure darting across the road and then vanishing. His camera caught the moment. Might this have been an animal, or perhaps a shadow cast from something else? It's possible it was an unidentified creature. If not, those suggesting it was something paranormal could be onto something. User P Dream shared this video saying they were driving in tough winter weather when suddenly the car ahead of them just disappeared. Their dashcam even recorded this strange occurrence. Now, it's hard to say if maybe it was just an illusion and the car was going so fast the camera couldn't catch it because of the bad winter weather. But since the driver insists he saw it vanish with his own eyes, maybe we should consider all possibilities. This was filmed by a driver on their way back to town when they came across something really weird, a see-through figure crossing the road. Some folks reckon it might be a ghost of someone who died at this crossroads, or maybe it's just a strange reflection, who knows. These two friends were cruising down a deserted road in Russia when they spotted a dark figure trudging along the right side. Thinking it was Bigfoot, they stopped the car and chased after it, only to watch it vanish into the woods. Might be Bigfoot or someone dressed up as Bigfoot, but maybe it's something different. The video isn't clear, so we're left guessing what happened. Two friends recorded this while driving near Era Forest, a spot known for being a final destination for some. It's common to hear about ghost sightings there. However, they didn't spot anything unusual then, just a blurry thing near their car. Their dash cam caught some spooky figures in the sky, getting closer to their car. They didn't notice much at the time, just thought it was a blur. After checking the footage, though, it's obvious there could be something supernatural about it. What's your take? Could these be spirits haunting the forest? This video from Malaysia looks a bit dated, but is quite eerie. It features a driver who was traveling through a sparsely populated area at night. Suddenly, he noticed a transparent figure on the road. The footage shows a figure, apparently semi-transparent, standing and reaching out an arm towards the driver, which is quite odd. Whether this event has a paranormal origin remains uncertain, but the situation definitely seems unusual. The semi-transparency of the figure raises questions, leading one to wonder if it could indeed be a ghost. This video was recorded by a woman who was driving through a forest on her usual route late at night. She reports that suddenly, a creature with the appearance of a woman emerged from the bushes and halted directly in front of her vehicle, leaving her unsure of how to respond initially. It's hard to determine exactly what was encountered. It could have been someone with a reckless disregard for their safety obstructing the road in a bizarre manner, or it might have been an occurrence that defies a straightforward explanation. In today's social media world, spooky stories and mysterious events quickly grab everyone's attention. This is exactly what happened with a TikTok video from user Zyrene, which has freaked out people all over. In the video, Zyrene shares a creepy story about her sister, who was helping fix up a church with her work team. Her sister's boss was filming the church work when suddenly, a strange noise interrupts the quiet in the video. There's the unmistakable murmurs of a child. The noise itself is pretty spooky, but did you notice anything else? When you slow the video down, you can actually see a child by the window. Just as quickly, the child vanishes from sight when the camera moves back. The TikTok video quickly became a hit, getting over 12 million views and causing a lot of discussions and guesses among viewers. Thousands of people commenting on the video were trying to make sense of the creepy experience, trying to figure out a logical explanation for the sudden appearance of the ghost-like child. Many viewers started to wonder if the ghostly image caught on video might actually be the spirit of a young child staying in the church for unknown reasons. Some people thought it could be caused by camera issues or even a fake setup, but no explanation completely covered why the spooky event happened. Whether it's a real ghostly experience or just an illusion, one thing is sure. The creepy video will keep haunting those who watch it, leaving them feeling uneasy and amazed. A guy is checking out the view from his window when he spots something strange across the street at a store. There are some mannequins set up in front of it. When he zooms in for a better look at one of the mannequins, something really confusing takes place. Here's what he recorded.
Te lo juro que esa muñeca no estaba mirando hacia acá, mira. ¿Ves que parece como si nos estuviera mirando? Amor, amor, parpadeó. Amor, te lo juro que parpadeó.
The mannequin was already creepy, but then something shocking happens. As he zooms in on its face, the mannequin blinks. The man is scared speechless, struggling to describe what he just saw. It's like a scene from a horror movie when the doll seems to come alive, terrifying him deeply. The video remains a mystery, with little known about its background. It's unclear if it was edited to create this effect, but many viewers believe it's real. Whether it's true or not, just the idea of a mannequin coming to life is horrifying. This spooky video was shared on TikTok by Arabic Ghost. Hunter Lil Saya, while exploring an abandoned haunted house, feels like he's being watched. He scans the area and manages to capture this moment.
هيا جي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله فكرت في اشي هون اخوان ها سمعتوا الصوت صوت الباب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اسمع صوت الصراخ اسمع طب وين الكتاب؟
Lil Saya spots a creepy face looking right at him through a door crack. He quickly goes to investigate, but finds no one there, and there's no escape route for whatever it was. Then, as he starts to leave, there's loud banging from the door, prompting him to end his exploration early. This eerie face peeking through the door crack has freaked out TikTok users, with many thinking he encountered a jinn, an evil spirit or demon from Arabic folklore. This spooky video was posted on TikTok by a user called DJ_Hillier. Her account usually features cute videos of her son Declan, with no ghostly content. However, things changed with this video. While filming a routine house maintenance video, she captured something that has scared her.
John!
A creepy, shadowy person is spotted looking into the window, but when she hurries outside to see, the figure has disappeared. What's even more puzzling is that the window is high up, around 8 feet, so whoever it was must have been really tall. Who or what is this strange figure peeking into the family's window? This video is from the Ghosts subreddit, shared by Betonio42. During a late-night gaming session with a friend, something got caught on his webcam that still leaves him speechless to this day.
Tu vas être couché là. Ok. Non, bah, je vais arrêter sur les cordes. Je te laisse seul. Il y a un truc qui est apparu sur mon écran.
Did you catch that? While Betonio was wrapping up, a quick flash of something white appears next to him. He explains, "While I was saying goodbye, a tiny little arm just popped at the left of my webcam." He insists his room was locked, no pets were around, and windows shut. Initially thinking it might be dust, he ruled that out due to no wind or airflow. Without a clue, he's asking for thoughts. What's your take? Share your thoughts in the comments. Blonde in the Woods shared a spooky video on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. Her husband's best friend, who set up indoor CCTV cameras around his old house, sent her the clip. Before installing the cameras, he felt a constant eerie presence and eventually sold the house. The new owners, who moved in a few months later, started facing paranormal activity like misplaced items and loud bangs at night. Determined to unravel the mystery, they contacted the previous owner, who admitted to regular strange experiences. The shared video, taken in the living room with no one around, adds to the unsettling occurrences. A mysterious orb shoots upward and transforms into a figure, swiftly moving before vanishing. Adding to the eerie scene, a voice whispers, "Help," just as the figure appears. Reddit users are spooked by this clip, with many convinced it's a real ghost on camera. The orb transforming into a figure and the ghostly, floating-like movement have raised eyebrows. What's your take? Is this a genuine ghost caught on camera? In this video, a young man shares footage from his helmet camera on the way home from work at night. He explains that he records for security and that the route feels eerie, particularly after dark. There are local stories about ghostly hitchhikers on these ancient roads, and he believes he might have encountered such an incident himself. The odd part is that this mysterious figure appeared twice on the road. Some may argue it could be someone walking, although it's puzzling why anyone would do so in complete darkness. The real mystery lies in why the driver encountered this figure twice, adding a layer of uncertainty. Tobias M. shared a video originally from Sinistro Hendrik Alves, recorded by a family in the United States. The family has experienced peculiar events over the past weeks, receiving numerous motion alarms at night. These alarms led them to discover strange hovering objects moving through their yard and driveway. The video captures one of the latest incidents. The family dismisses the possibility of spiderwebs or bugs causing the frequent nighttime motion alarms, considering it highly unlikely. They are inclined to believe that something more than just common explanations is at play. A spooky video titled "Ghost Caught on Wise Camera" was uploaded on YouTube over 3 years ago by jbish26. During his vacation, he got a notification about movement detected by one of his home security cameras, even though the house was supposed to be vacant. Perplexed, jbish26 checked the camera feed, and what he witnessed haunted him for unforgettable nightmares. Captured on jbish26's motion sensor security camera, a mysterious figure cautiously peeks out from behind a doorframe before vanishing. jbish26 firmly believes it's a ghost caught on camera. While some suggest it could be an intruder, the debate lingers. What's your take? A ghost in jbish26's vacant home? Or perhaps something more unsettling, an intruder? A TikTok user, Ibby, shared a video accompanied by the caption, "Ghost Kitty Caught on Camera," and that could be a possibility. In the video, you can see something kind of see-through with glowing eyes come into the room and then just disappear. People watching think it might be something spooky. Maggie asked in the comments if there was a cat from Ibby's childhood that Ibby really loved. Ibby said her mom used to have 2 cats that died in the house a long time ago, and one of them looked a lot like the thing in the video. Maggie then said, "Looks like you've got a ghost cat," but some folks aren't sure it's a cat at all. What's your take? Could it be the ghost of one of Ibby's cats? Or is it something else? During a routine live stream of a train rail cam in Houston, Texas at Tower 26 on February 7, 2024 at 1:45 a.m., a viewer named Jeffrey Francis Hull noticed something unusual. Amid the normal scene of train movements, an unidentified flying object briefly flew across the screen, moving from left to right. This unexpected appearance has left those who saw it puzzled.
Almost 5 minutes to 3. This is moments ago, and I caught this, and there it is. Yeah, that's a UFO. Hold on.
The object itself appears as a small, wide orb.
And it just keeps right on going. So what do you think, everybody?
People's initial reactions to the footage were mixed, with some skeptical and others leaning towards various theories. The incredible speed of the object made some viewers question if it was just a bird or a drone. As the video spread and caught more attention, different theories emerged. Some viewers thought it might be something from outer space, pointing out the object's speed as a sign of alien technology. Others suggested it could be secret military technology, not yet revealed to the public. With no clear answers available, the mystery of the Houston UFO continues to spark both speculation and fascination. These video clips are from Martinez in Chile, who thinks his apartment might be haunted by a poltergeist that knocks on doors and moves things around. Poltergeists are known for causing trouble and moving objects. This could explain the weird events happening in his home. Martinez began recording when he heard the spooky knocking sounds.
Conche su madre, weón. Estaba viendo una película, weón, y como que, weón, estaban golpeando la puerta, te lo juro. No, weón. Concha. Conche su madre, weón. Ay, weón. A mí no me dan tanto miedo estas weas, pero es que estoy solo, weón, de verdad. Otras veces he estado acompañado, no sé, o con mi mamá, no sé, pero ahora yo vivo solo y esta wea está... No. Ya, pues, weón. Ay, weón. Ya. Uy, weón, me asusté con el reflejo, conche su madre. Nada ahí. Oh, weón, sí. No hay nadie, weón, este closet no. Uy. Se cayó esa weá, weón. Estoy yo nomás, weón, será. La ropa. Escuché toda la sombra.
The situation intensifies as his lights begin to flicker, followed by what appears to be an unseen force toppling a lamp in the bedroom.
Bueno, ya estoy ordenando aquí la ropa porque ya como me tengo que ir y desocupar todo lo que es el departamento. Tengo que obviamente sacar toda la... Ya no puedo hacer nada, pero estaba ordenando y de nuevo se cayeron cosas. Ya obviamente se vuelve como un poquito normal, entre comillas. Pero no voy a negar que me da un poquito de miedo. Y obviamente tengo que desocupar acá. Y corta el huevo, weón. Ustedes escucharon ahí. Acabo de salir de acá y no, ya estaba todo en su lugar. Ya.
In the following clip, Martinez records an unusual occurrence in his kitchen.
¿Qué le vamos a hacer?
Notice the way the chair moves completely on its own, and as he pans over to the other side, it becomes evident that there are no individuals or items in proximity that could have caused the movement of the bar stool.
Estoy, ¿cómo se dice? Un poquito ya cansado, como que no... Cosa que pasa, cosa que suena, que se cae, ya es como... Chucha. Ya es como, ya, pico. ¿Qué le voy a hacer? De nuevo se me agotó una memoria, pero... Bueno, yo no sé qué más decirles, qué más hacer, ya les mostré. Ni siquiera quería subir esto, pero Creo que grabando igual como que me siento un poquito más acompañado porque ustedes saben. No pesquemos, no pesquemos, pero conchizo, madre. Es que es imposible no pescar, weón, si está.
Could this be the doing of a poltergeist, or is there another explanation? What's your opinion? Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our... The following series of clips are shared by a user named Javier, detailing a concerning situation. Javier's best friend, Antonio, had unexpectedly disappeared for several days. Antonio was absent from college, and attempts to reach him through his mobile phone were unsuccessful, with calls going directly to voicemail. Concerned for his friend's well-being after not seeing him for an extended period, Javier decides to visit Antonio's residence to ensure he is all right.
¿Dónde carajo se habrá metido este?
Javier attempts to make contact by knocking and ringing the doorbell multiple times in search of Antonio, but receives no response. This unusual silence raises concern, as Antonio typically responds to his door. Growing increasingly worried, Javier proceeds to the rear of the house. He climbs over a wall, carefully makes his way along a ledge, and discovers, unexpectedly, that the back door to Antonio's house is inexplicably open.
Puerta abierta. Antonio. Antonio.
Javier calls out to Antonio, but hears nothing back. In the following clip, we see Javier entering the house.
Raro, che. Toño, soy yo. Javier. La puta madre. ¡Ey!
A door abruptly closes directly in front of Javier, accompanied by visible orbs floating in the air. Despite this, Javier, determined to locate his friend, chooses not to back down and proceeds with his search.
Perdón. Loco! Soy Javier, boludo. Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si sos vos, salí. ¿Escuchan eso?
Javier discovers a note on the table with the word perdón written on it, which translates to sorry in English. As he nears Antonio's room, the door to it forcefully shuts by itself. Javier calls out, yet receives no answer, while knocking sounds emanate from within Antonio's room. Despite his efforts, Javier finds the door immovable. Yet, in the next clip, Javier somehow manages to enter the room, and what he encounters inside leaves him utterly astonished.
Toño. ¡La puta madre que lo parió!
Javier forcefully opens the door, only to find a dark silhouette hanging on the other side of the room. Shocked and scared, Javier rushes out of the room, only to feel a presence in the darkness on the other side of Antonio's house. As he moves closer, a door begins to open on its own. Suddenly, a pair of glowing eyes appear behind the glass window at the top of the door, gazing directly at him for a brief moment. Javier, however, fails to see them. Soon after, he leaves the house, heartbroken over Antonio's demise. Yet, the narrative does not conclude here. With many questions still unanswered and the circumstances of Antonio's death shrouded in mystery, Javier decides to make a return visit to Antonio's house.
Encontré a Antonio. Esta es la pieza. Mierda. Una laucha. Da un poco de escalofrío estar acá, se siente una carga un poco pesada, qué sé yo. ¡Qué mierda! La linterna. ¿Qué pasó? Mierda. ¡Ey! ¿Quién es? ¿Quién anda ahí? Mierda. ¡Hola! ¿Qué mierda anda ahí, la concha de su madre? ¡Ey!
While investigating the room where he discovered Antonio, Javier experiences the lights flickering on and off. In complete darkness, he uses his phone's flashlight and, upon entering the hallway, spots a figure moving into a room at the far end. However, when he reaches the room moments later, it's empty. The lights fail to work, and then the door to Antonio's bedroom slams shut right before him. Scared, Javier retreats to the bathroom, locking himself in as loud banging sounds come from the door. Despite calling out, he receives no response. Courageously looking into the hallway again, he sees a dark figure quickly disappearing from view. Javier follows, but finds no one. The video concludes on this eerie note. These disturbing clips have left viewers terrified, many of whom speculate that something malevolent was behind Antonio's untimely death. The recurring appearances of glowing eyes and the mysterious figure are believed to be connected to the tragedy. What's your take on these events? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.